Yeah, you definitely can. Just gotta drive around it, man. They've already put 2 seconds, 2 more seconds on us, so whatever. It's all good, man. Let's just bring it home safe and sound.
So in other words, go faster.
Nah, man, just bring the car home, dude. Honestly, there's no way to close up a 50-second gap unless they have some tremendously bad luck. And at
Yeah,
that,
there is.
I'll have to say the competition has been mighty cordial today.
not really, man. This ain't gonna happen, dude.
Left side. You're clear.
You did close in 2 seconds that lap, though. I mean, I guess anything's possible. If you could possibly do a half a second a lap for the entire race, I mean, it would potentially bring you back to him.
Those lappers out of the way, Earl. 10-4.
I don't know what happened to our pit stop, though. There's 20 seconds unaccounted for. I don't know where that came from. We should have only been 30 seconds behind these guys when we came out of the pits, and we were 50 seconds behind. I don't get that.
Left side.
Move.
Still there. Clear, clear, clear.
You're gonna start feeling my frustrations, dude.
Lap traffic up here. On your left. Still there. Clear, clear, clear. Come out of the way, Earl. Standing right next to him, bud. Already told him twice.
See how those guys just will not move, and it messes up that angle into there? It's annoying. Oh, you are closing in, James. I mean, hell, it might be possible to close that gap.
I'm losing this lap.
Well, we never know. He might have lost something too. I gotta go back and watch that last 7 laps. This race fight guys get excited. Oh, I got 4 viewers right now. That's like an all-time high.
Big girl. Working on it, boss. Clear.
Hey, you actually closed another 1 second, so just keep doing what you're doing, bro. Be patient, be smooth.
Come on, man.
Just try to stay calm if you can.
On your right. Clear him.
How much track was he gonna take up?
All of it, dude. I'm telling you, it's been crazy.
And if you're there, big girl. Rojo.
Oh, we're gonna see if I can get my chat working, man, so I could chat with some guys. Be right back. Alright, I should be able to see whoever's viewing me. As if they want to talk.
Right side. Still there. Clear.
What's the gap?
Let me check. Back to 50, so we lost 2 seconds that last lap. Alright, now I can see my chat, if anybody actually signs in to chat.
That's it, man. Get up to his bumper. No move. Keep after, man. I keep telling him. I'm working up here. Right side. You're clear.
I ain't waiting.
Yeah, you got to be aggressive, man, because these guys won't give you any room.
I'm losing out on the chicane now. I need to get a better line there.
Back your braking up a little bit and let the car roll through a little bit more. Don't drive it in so deep.
No, you're on the way.
I still need to go back and look at the replay and find out how I spun earlier. I'm still confused on how the hell that happened. I wonder what lap that was. Let me go back and check that out right now. Gotta be somewhere around this lap. Yep, definitely that lap, so. Let's see what the heck happened here. Far chase.
One on the right side. You're clear.
Wow, still no idea.
He's going to let you go.
Yeah, I still don't know how.
On your right. Clear, clear, clear.
Oh, you should have seen that.
I did, I watched. Coming up the hill right there.
How'd you like that?
It's a good pass, man.
Bet I caught him by surprise.
Probably.
Come on, Earl, get him by there.
I just watched that replay of my little spin. I don't know, still don't know what happened, man. I didn't hit the, I wasn't even on the rumble strip. I was still on the track. It just snapped. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I've drove probably 200 laps around that same spot this week, and I have not had it do that to me once. Not even close. think I'm gonna get some food, bro. I'll be back.
Guide him through there, brother.
I'm starving.
Right side. Still there. Clear. Not a spot, I don't think. No, he is not a spot. Right side. Still there. Still on the right side. Clear. Earl, get him the fuck out of the way. All right.
This guy tried to race me into 130R.
Left side. Clear.
I'm making some decisive passes.
to him. He's gonna let you go. Right side. Door quarter clear.
I'm back, James.
All right, I'm making some decisive passes here.
Your gap's the same, but
Yeah, I'm losing a lot of time having to do some of these.
I'm telling you, dude, traffic is horrible. It's crazy. Guys who are like not even racing with anybody, and they race you down the straightaways, race into the turns.
One guy tried to race me into 130. And he's a lap down.
At this point, almost everybody is a lap down.
I don't know if the passes I'm making are stupid or normal.
Out here, stupid is normal.
I consider these passes to be stupid.
Yeah, a lot of passes I was making I wouldn't typically make, but when guys pretty much leave you no choice, man, well, you got no choice.
And my laps I'm running are slow. I don't like them.
Now you're pretty much running the same lap times the other guy is. It's just, you know, it's hard to come up from a 50-second deficit.
Help you can get us there, big girl. I'm working on it, boss.
James, can you want to do an in-race interview?
Sure.
All right, let me all tab out of here and let these guys know you're up for it. Yeah, I got my chat window back. I can see people.
Right side. Still there. Got that lap car up there. All clear.
Oh, I screwed that up.
Yeah, you're right, son. That's a long gap to try to close up.
That up. Yeah, he's just maintaining.
Yeah. I said the only chance we got really is if they have some really bad luck. Like a wreck right in front of them they can't avoid or something like that. Let's go from the blimp. See what the blimp view looks like.
One on the right side. Earl, guide him through there, brother. Clear. Keep faster, man. I keep telling him. I'm working up here. Clear, clear.
There's a gaggle of cars here, or there was.
Yeah. Sucks when you catch like 4 or 5 cars at once. Really hard to get through there.
Right side. Still there, right next to you. Still there. Clear.
Yeah, you definitely read about that, Billy. Alright, I want to watch the race spot. So, let me hide my stream and then
Thanks for having me.
Get your interview in?
Yeah.
Cool, cool.
Okay, I need to pull this time down. I can't be having these times.
Oh, you got some good coverage right now.
Yeah, and this guy's on my ass, making the car handle a little worse.
Well, as he says, the traffic is fierce to get past. I mean, I can't see anywhere where really.
So I gotta get away from him.
Hard for
and
him
he's
to
a
get
lap
past.
down,
Maybe
so I ain't
it's
gonna
just,
worry about
we're
him.
not seeing it properly from a driver's perspective, Ryan.
It possibly could be. It could be also when James is coming up to traffic as well. When he's right behind traffic and going to lap them, he's kind of hesitating a wee bit in case he. I mean, I've had the same thing in multi-class racing as well. When lapping slower traffic,
he's just riding on my coattails right now on my
you
draft.
don't want to make a dive and try and pass him in
I'm
case
listening to what they're saying about you. Hang on a
take
second.
out traffic and ruin their race, because if you dive for a gap and try and lap traffic, and then you end up ruining their race, that ruins your race, and you start feeling bad because you ruined that person and the slower cars race as well, and you just start feeling guilty. It's just it's such a horrible feeling.
Sounds like you're talking from experience there, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm saying nothing.
Well, Ryan, maybe a bit of a guilty party too.
Clear. Good job.
But however, still out in front on this racetrack at Suzuka in Japan, it is the Velomax Racing team leading the way. A 54-second gap, very, very comfortable for them now. I think they'll be able to go to the end, as we've just got about 1 hour 10 left. Excuse me, of this event now, and I mean, Romero's done a very, very good job of this Velomax racing car. He's not been able to put a foot wrong since he's got into the car. Consistent 202s as well, and I mean, not very much experience on iRacing either, so for him to be doing that, Ryan, it's brilliant for him to set some consistency and maybe boost himself for the rest of the championship.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm looking at his lap times now, and he's not as quick as Lopez, but he's lapping consistently, keeping the car on the road. He's not doing anything rash when it comes to traffic. He's just taking his time, and it seems to be working out for him at the moment. And the gap to James behind him is 54.2 seconds.
So that is some incredible action he's been providing us. I mean, on the way, we heard James a minute ago saying maybe his tyres have gone off and stuff, but I don't know. I think James has been doing consistency. I think it's this guy out front though. I think he's the one that's been putting down the quicker laps each time by, as he's just gone through. He's done a 2:03, 1:30, so I mean, he's not really lived up to what I've just said, so I may have to bite the bullet in a minute, but really he's done some very consistent laps. It started out with 2:02s, 2:01s. We're now sitting in the 2:02, 2:03 consistent mark. So I mean, generally I think it's him putting in the lap times that is gaining the advantage, not James doing some poor lap times.
Yeah, it could be just possibly a case of Romero is a quicker guy at the moment, so it could just be a case of that, or James is maybe he's just not as quick as Romero, so it could just be that, or Romero's just doing a better job in the traffic.
Yeah, it could be that indeed. But looking through the field, TNT Racing car number 3 has managed to get themselves past the Eagle Co. number 55. Daniel Bodnar not having maybe the greatest of time in that car, but earlier on it was Frenek Astolos who put that car up into P3. Most of it done very, very good racing. They've led start to finish, Walker. Start to finish in a Ford GT. I mean, no one's really been able to answer any questions answered by them today.
Yeah, they've simply just been the better team, or the best team in the Ford GT class most of the race, and this just seems to be they're doing everything needed to get the job done, and hopefully they can get to the finish and take the Class 1.
Hopefully they can get to the finish and take the Class 1 indeed. And guy we spoke to earlier as well, Lucas Zil in the Akeda racing car. Seems to be going very strong still, sitting in P4 in that BMW Z4 class, sitting within the top 10 overall. He'll be happy with that one. He said to us earlier on, they weren't expecting much. They qualified P8, didn't work much on the overall qualifying setup, but they worked hard on the race stints, and I mean, that really is starting to show off as well, isn't it, Ryan?
Yeah, when it comes to
wasn't sure if that
racing,
guy was on the track or
from
not.
my experience, I prefer to, when I'm working on the setup for me and my teammates, I prefer to do race runs.
It's hard to tell coming out that turn.
On with a fuel tank and get on the tyres last, or basically like running race trim, because when you do that and you find out when the fuel's burning off, you find how the car reacts as the fuel burns off and see how it changes, which is the best thing to do. Because if you're trying to make a setup when you're doing qualifying runs for a race, it just won't work, because as the fuel burns off, the car's just not going to
What's the gap?
It's not going to be the same as, or it's not going to be
52 seconds.
What you want the car to be.
No, it's not going to be the same as what you expect it to be when you get down to that low tank of fuel. I mean, most people, we see it in
Rails is up to
WCS,
fourth position.
we see it in the iRacing Pro Series. It's generally they'd work more on their race setup, but then we do get people that just want to go for the qualifying setups. I mean, Hugo Luis, he used to be a very, very strong qualifier, but then he had that strong race as well. And I mean, that was maybe because of the team he had behind him as well. You look at the rest of the guys he had with him, Martin Croncret, Andre Botchler, you know, I mean, them guys used to put in some really, really good qualifying times, but they wouldn't be as good in the race as what Hugo was. And I mean, it was some great stuff from him. And I mean, sort of like Brigo Hutu as well. He's not as quick as some people in qualifying, but when it comes down to the race, he's bang on every time, isn't he?
Well, there's another 3 seconds
Absolutely.
lost.
I mean, you've got some drivers that are not.
I dealt with it all race, I know.
Close call between two cars on the heading to 130R. But yeah, you'll have some drivers that are good in the qualifying runs, but when it comes to the race, they won't be as good. Or you might have drivers that are not good at qualifying, but do like phenomenally well in the race.
See, I wouldn't normally do that in the chicane.
Yeah, they may do indeed. And I mean, something we're not smoked much of in this one is pit stops. And someone making a pit stop right now, I was about to say, but no, they're not. They've just dropped back a couple of places. I don't know what's happened to Daniel Bodner in that Ford GT, but he seems to have had some sort of problem. He's dropped back a couple of places, lost out to Arcada Racing and Spanish Aholics team.
Just tell me when to pit.
He's had a little bit of a problem on the racetrack. I can't see what that is. Maybe we'll have to get a replay of that on your screens if we can find one and get some confirmation of what happened earlier on in that one. But I mean, he seems to be slowing down in that car. Now last lap time was a 2:55.785, so surely, Ryan, that's got to be an off-track moment.
Left side, clear.
It could well be. It sounds like he's maybe made a mistake in the corner, ran wide, or maybe it could even be the tire starting to go off.
Yeah, I can't see anything on that car to say there's been any damage of where he's hit the wall or anything, as
so do they have all nice
we now work our way into 2 hours and 55 minutes, nearly just an hour left of.
What's that?
Did they have all nice things to say?
Actually, I missed most of your interview, but they were just saying that how basically you and another guy are just maintaining the gap between you. One person gets one good lap, the next person gets the other good lap, and yeah, pretty much that's it.
Man, I'm thinking to maybe just take 2 tires.
No, you don't want to do that.
Set up the pit stop. Set up the pit stop.
I am. I'm looking right now to see what we need for fuel.
He knows you're coming.
You definitely need 4 tires, though. You won't be able to double stint these tires.
I don't know.
I'm going to try to recalculate fuel, though, because you're going to be a little past an hour, so I'll see if I can get a little less fuel in the car for you, so a little less time in the pits.
Right side. You're clear him.
All right, we should be able to get away with about 85 liters on the last stint.
How many gallons?
I have no idea, gallons, dude. Let me double check that math though. I definitely don't want to leave you without fuel.
Yeah, that'll suck. Make sure I get a tear off.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm definitely harder on the tires than you are.
Why you say that?
Because I can feel it.
I don't know. I was driving the damn wheels off the thing in that last little bit, so I don't know. I'm surprised my tires didn't pop as hard as I was driving. Six laps, that's 12 minutes. Gotta put us at 52. Alright, 95. 95 should get you to the end. Do 96. Should get you to the end. Try to keep an eye on these guys too, see when they pit.
Oh, stupid pass coming up. Never mind. I could tell he wasn't looking. Has the gap just been growing?
Nah, it's pretty much the same, dude. 51. It's been fluctuating between about 48 to about 53. So 51 right now.
Keep after, man. I keep telling him. I'm working up here.
All right, man. I think 96 liters gonna get you to the end. Let me check that math one more time. So that'll save you at least a little bit of time on pit road. Yep, we should be good on 96. That should get us there.
Left side. Still there. Still there. Clear. Clear. Got that lap car up there. On your left. Looks clear, clear, clear.
I told him I'd make some exciting passes for him.
See ya. Listen to what these guys are saying for a second.
Who will become the winner of Suzuka? Jake Cameron still alongside with Ryan Walker. Wow, it's been such a race so far, Ryan.
It's been awesome to watch. The race has been brilliant, it's been close, it's been unpredictable, you name it, it's been happening.
Yeah, it has been happening everywhere. You couldn't call a winner from the start of this one, could you? It's changed every single second. The race has been changing and changing and changing. It's been one moment the drivers have been calling a winner, the next minute TNT Racing would have a problem. I mean, you couldn't call anything closer than what happened in this one. And I mean, some of the driving, some of the racing, the standards have been absolutely incredible from everyone. And one of the drivers that has really stood out to me today so far is Justin Reblo in the Acme Racing team. He's had a really good solid drive in that Acme Racing team car, 888 racing car. And I mean, in the rough, currently running second. Unfortunately, won't be able to get that first, I don't reckon, unless something big happens to IE Motorsports in the pits, but a consistent drive nonetheless from Justin today.
Yeah, he's been doing a brilliant job. Justin's been doing fantastic. He's driven well, but IE Motorsports have had that little bit more pace in them, which has helped them after the pit stops.
Yeah, and Justin is no slouch to endurance racing. He won the C3 class in the inaugural Spirit of VLN Spa 4-hour event with his teammate Nick Ramos as well, who he's competing with today. And I mean,
hey, tell me when to pit.
Some of the stuff he's got in his CV is brilliant. He's been a competitive racer since 06. I raced in 08.
Yeah, 2 more laps.
I mean, and it describes why he's driving this car. He's a Porsche lover, apparently, and I mean,
okay,
he just loves Porsches.
I
mean, everyone loves a good Porsche, but from what he's said,
and tell me coming up to 130R
more than what anyone else does.
So I don't forget.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like he's a bit of a Porsche addict.
Check this math one more time.
I mean, when they look as nice as what they do when they're going around the speeds of his driving them as well, I mean, the feeling and satisfaction he will be getting is incredible. And we must skip down to pit road because our leader, Markel Romero, is on pit road. It's time for the second set of pit stops. He will come down. He'll take 4 new tyres and a full tank of race fuel.
No.
Also coming down the pits, Ingo Lewis, Sim Race Drivers team.
Go ahead and pit next lap
Denny Locke for the Black Adder Motorsports 69.
You don't want him to be on.
Also, Ruben Moran
new
comes
tires
down for the
with
Spanish
you on the old tires.
Alcoholics team. Sorry guys, you're not alcoholics. They're currently running P5 overall and in that P3.
I'll make this lap count, or try to.
We've also got another couple coming down pit road. Have we got anyone else down on pit road? No, we haven't. These guys all taken the early route. come down early on, and there we see, go by in our screen, TNT Racing car number 1, James Wyckoff, as he wants it to be pronounced, passes by. So the race is on now, shall we say?
They know you're coming.
Do you not reckon James has got enough to get it to the end?
I think it'll be close, but I think James is going to have to. He's going to have to come in and do maybe a splash and dash, possibly.
Maybe a bit more than a splash and dash may be needed as well. But here we go. Out comes Romero for the Velmax Racing team in that lovely green skin.
I wonder if I should have done full tanks.
Tough one. Tough
I wonder if that would have helped us out in the end.
I'd like to know what the gap is right now. I'd say it's around the 30-second mark. It was sitting at 45 seconds when he came down. So I mean,
oh, and these guys are racing
really
in front of me.
that gap out now. Even if them tyres are gone, get past the traffic as quick as you can, because this is where the time plays really, Ryan, isn't it? Every lap more you do on that old set of tyres and the small tank of fuel gains you about
This is gonna hurt.
4 or 5 seconds.
Just get in the pits, man.
If you can do 3 laps, I mean, he's going to be in for a shout, I really do reckon.
Yeah, if he can stretch the fuel out, try and go maybe.
My stupid headset keeps cutting out now for some reason.
I reckon.
Glad I didn't do it when I was driving, but it's gotten really bad all of a sudden.
Yeah, he could be in with a chance indeed, and I mean, it's going to be very
All right,
interesting
baby, that's
to see
the new
what
leader.
can happen between these guys out front. And will he come down pit road this time by? He comes down into turn number 15, and then we'll be into the Castro Triangle. In front, he's got the current second place driver in the RAF class, and he's also got Jodovink from the CSSK team, who's not had the best of days so far. They're currently running all the way back down in the 7th place in the class. And
hopefully they screwed up a little. Nope.
Nah, he's
temporary leader of the BMW.
He's already gone.
Yeah.
It'd be
Yeah.
interesting to see what the lap time will be. 2:07. I mean, what was the entry time for Romero? His entry time was, in fact, if I can get it on my screen, a 2:09. So 2:09, Ryan, plays out to a 2:07, but here he comes across the line. Velomax will take the race lead again in this one. So that's unfortunate for James. He's not going to be able to get that done unless I can't actually see him on pit road anymore. Yeah, I see, yeah, he's right at the front on that pole position.
They know you're
where
coming.
They started. So it's going to be a tough ask now. The gap was down to 25 seconds. So it says when he crossed the line. So I mean that's going to be back out to 50 seconds surely as Romero now actually comes through turn number 4. But it's unfortunate for them. I think the race is over now, Ryan. I really do.
Yeah, I think Romero's got this race in the bag now. But I honestly can't see James catching him back up. It's just the gap's too big, and Romero is just that bit quicker than him.
Yeah, and he now comes out as well, and he's got traffic in front of him. That's Matthias Reina is in front of him as well in the Ford GT, so he should be coming up on him quite soon. Just want to see when this IE Motorsports car will come down pit road. Actually, speaking of that, he's actually now down onto pit road, so keep an eye on the Acme Racing team. Will they come down pit road this time as well or not? They're now down the back straight away, coming down into turn number 15. They are pressured from behind by Brathmara in the Black Adder Motorsports 66 car, but they head into turn number 15.
Get out of the way.
Jump. Will this
I got
be
a
another
book.
case of the battle is too far to do any good into this race, Ryan?
Yeah, it sucks, dude. He's going to be dragging you down the straight, too.
This pit stop's going to be close. Acme Racing's next in the last corner and heading down pit road.
So it looks like IE Motorsports will come out of pit road as well, leading that rough class as well. So I mean, very good from them.
Careful, he brakes really early.
That car out in front of us. Look at that. As he exits the pits, it's now Acme Racing coming into their pit stall.
Yeah, we'll watch
They haven't touched their pit stall yet. So that's going to be second place in for the bag really for them, and
Clear.
IE
Good
Motorsports
job.
can't go wrong unless they make a mistake.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's not something
That's one way to get past him, huh?
doing. Very
I'm
experienced
getting
racer.
by.
He's a very experienced racer for Grip TV. He does a lot for them, and he does a lot of series as well. And I mean, it's generally you never see him make a mistake in any car he races. So I mean, it's going to be down to whether he can
There's
get
a
that
reason
car
he's
just
left
nurse
and
it
I'm not.
home to the end
Yeah.
now. And I think that's what most drivers are trying to do. Just nurse this car home, nurse it home to the end, and be done.
Oh, we made a little bit of time up on the pits. Gas down to 46.
This will be the stage when every team and every driver just wants to get the car to the finish, just keep out of trouble, and
Man,
not push too hard.
I wish I would have been back to my original strategy. Just 3 full tanks and about 30 minutes left on the last stint.
Finishing 4-hour race of Suzuka. I mean, I thought it was going to be a lot more, a bit crash happy, should we say? I thought there was going to be a few more crashes in the event, but however, there's not been many at all, and it's been some very, very close and tight action going on between everyone through this race. But there's a good battle going on with the we say that as he's actually just gone very, very wide there, and that was the GT Romania car in the final turn that was coming through the chicane, and the Monster Energy Endurance car that came very close there. And unfortunately, the GT Romania car ran very, very wide. He went over the curbs, but still got a gap now on who is that in that car? Joel Messia back into that car, so he's back in for the third stint in this one. He's been handed it over from Johan Switzky, his teammate, who's only actually done one stint in this car.
They know you're coming.
3 drivers in this car, so back in for the.
Oh, is that Porsche out of gas?
It looks like they decided to put one of the corporate drivers
I don't know.
for the finish. So
He don't look damaged, but he's just creeping.
He's going to let you go. Clear.
Go with the quick driver to start with. Go with the second quicker driver to start with.
That car in front of you's got a lot of damage on the front end, so be careful. He probably can't turn good.
Put the quicker driver back in for the end.
Left
I mean,
side.
really, during
Still
the
there. Your
second
door.
hour is
Clear.
when, well, the third hour, sorry.
I don't care.
Go from 2 to 3 hours when the pace sort of evens out and there's not really much passing going on the track, as we saw earlier. It was sort of all spread out, wasn't it? And now we're into the final hour. Everyone seems to be back in, as I've just seen a lock up there from Monster Energy Endurance. And yes, they have. They've gone wide. They've spun out in turn number 10. They've now just rejoined.
I'm making this last stint entertaining.
For you. I think he's
Just make sure you've made a car finish, dude. We don't want to put in 3.5 hours and wreck the car.
Yeah, it just looks like it's a case of fresh tires, and it looks like possibly the rear end's just locked
I'm
up.
getting some airtime this
Possibly
stint.
too much brake bias on the rear.
Now they've been talking about us the whole time, so.
With we.
Yeah, well, I'm going to get more than anybody here. Just watch, I'm going to make some passes that you're going to be going, how the hell did you do that?
More like
Everybody's going to be bitching about me.
Maybe there's a weird, wonderful
hold on to it.
that he has done it. But Ford GT been out in front since the start of the
Number
race,
one,
and
my
still
force
is
feedback
there.
is gone,
Equal
so.
Daniel Bodnar in that
Well
car
then,
now.
don't be crazy. Just bring it home.
His teammate from Aston
No,
Martin.
I'm going all out.
Incredible job for him
We're,
in this
we're
one.
winning this.
Get him out there, and so far Bodnar's been able to hold it out there for him, Ryan.
Checkers or wreckers, right?
Nah, man. Second place.
Okay, it seems to be that we've lost Ryan. I mean, I don't know where he's headed
Second
off to.
place is the first
He fell
loser.
asleep, but,
Yeah, at least it's not the last loser.
Daniel Bodnar having a great race so
Second
far.
place don't pay anything.
And he's going to look to finish this one on his own with the final 45 minutes of this race remaining. Romero, though, in the Velmax racing team is coming up behind him. Still leads the way. He's got a 45-second gap over the second place driver of TNTRacing.com. Team number 1, who's now James Wyckoff in that car, took over from David Williams, sorry, earlier on in the event after he made that brilliant pass in turn number 16. Unfortunately, they had that glitch of a 30-second tow penalty in the driver swaps, which paid dividend to them, so very unfortunate for them. And Ryan, are you back now?
I'm at least going to bring the gap down to 20
I'm
seconds.
sorry about that. That seems my headset cut out, so I had to take out and plug it back in again.
But no, as I was saying about the Eagle and Co team, I mean, it's been a very strong drive from them all day. I mean, Frankos earlier, Astos, putting a very good lap times, wasn't he? He was doing 204s, 203s all the way long, and he kept it up there in the top 5 of the overall standing and at the top of the GT class. Now Bodnar's really done the same as well.
Yeah, it seems that they seem to have managed to do the hard work between them, get the car up as high as possible, and for the closing stages, I reckon they've just decided to like take it easy and get the car to the finish and just keep out of trouble.
Keep out of trouble is indeed what they've done, and now 50 seconds away from 45 minutes remaining in this event, Ryan. It's going to start coming down to that clench your bum cheeks time. Do I take a move and do I risk it at the last second for an overall position? Or do we do it for the racing position?
They know you're coming.
Class, I mean, out in front of the rough C-spec class. Is I don't reckon anyone's going to be able to stop them right now, as Torque Freak Racing are in second of that class. I mean, Acme Racing have actually fallen down to third in that class, so not the greatest time for Justin in that team, or in that car, sorry, should I say. And I mean, really, he needs to step back, put a foot onto the pedal, because he is over 2 seconds, over 10 seconds
Right side.
behind the Torque Freak
You're
Racing
clear.
driver of David Baraclough.
Yeah, he has to indeed.
He knows you're on the way.
If he wants to have a chance of finishing in second place, he needs to pull his finger and basically try and catch back up to Torque Freak Racing. Otherwise, I think third place on the podium is the best he can hope for in class.
Yeah, maybe the best he can hope for in class, indeed. But throughout the whole field, there is some class battles going on. Online Sim Racing DE C2B still battling out with the Spanish Cadillac Alex team. I mean, there could still be a change there between them two.
Left side. Clear, clear.
Really, it's going to be a case of
I should have shot down the inside.
I'm going to catch it, or it's going to be down
It
to
would have been more entertaining.
if someone wants to be a little cautious into the final sections of the race.
Yeah, I think.
Who just pitted? One of our guys just pitted. Who was that?
Huh.
Hugo. They've pitted quite a few times. I don't know why they pitted so much.
Like crazy in this early stage of the race, otherwise, but it's the same for them. Third place in class is probably the best they could hope for.
Third place in class, I mean, I'd settle for that if I was out there on the track. I mean, not one of the best, but I mean, finish top 3 in your class is all quite a championship points, which you can gain back 2 weeks' time when we head to Road America, 7:27, 7 PM GMT. We'll be here live on RaceSpot TV along with myself.
Boo, bad
Ryan
lap
Walker, if we
time.
can make it festive period, maybe we can have a few alcoholic beverages that night and sing some Christmas carols. Back to the action again, it's still Velomax, a racing team leading the way. 45 seconds behind is TNT Racing 1, with Wario Kart Double Dash sitting home in third. To be honest, that Wario Kart Double Dash team, very nice livery, and also a very good driver in there at the moment. He's only now just under 10 seconds behind the BMW of TNT Racing. So I mean, could he be trying to challenge for a second place in the overall event, Ryan?
They possibly could. I mean, if he could pull it off, that would be an awesome achievement to finish second overall.
Finish second overall in the Cadillac. That would
See,
be
we are the
achievement.
#1 TNT team.
Generally with the BMW
Yeah, we are.
being quicker, the 4GT being quicker than the Cadillac as well. I mean, he's pulled out an incredible race, but Henry Gobb's been in that car throughout the whole race, I'm sure. He has he switched? No. So, wow. He has done 94 laps, Ryan, on his own. I mean, I haven't noticed that until now, and wow, that's incredible. 94 laps driving around on your own. Whew. I don't know what his arms are going to feel like.
Yeah, that's.
If I would just get a little faster, we'd be unbeatable.
That's all I can describe it as, because that's just.
Well, you're actually running good lap times, man. It's just whatever happened in the pits, dude. I mean, no matter how fast either one of us are, can't do nothing about that.
You'll be needing a few beers after this, that's for sure.
Yeah, he will be needing a few beers, definitely. But I mean, how can you do that long just on your own? I mean, your eyes and everything must just be aching.
I am sweating like a pig.
As well, Ryan. That's
because you are
to be
picked.
sitting third overall
Yeah.
as well, and second, first in class, sorry, 90 laps for 3 hours and 20 minutes so far. He's completed all on his own. That is incredible stuff. I mean, I have to have another look through the leaderboards as well to see if anyone else has actually done the whole race on their own. But I think I'm right in saying he is the only guy that has done that. And wow, incredible! What a race!
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, when it comes to multi-class racing, endurance racing, yeah, I think the most I can do if it's a long-distance race is probably 2.5 hours, or at a pace is 3 hours. But any more than that, and my eyes just start to hurt. Like, I start feeling dizzy. I start getting backache. Just stuff like that.
Yeah, I've had a fair share of my endurance racing as well, and I got left in a 24-hour race.
You run some good lap times, James.
6 hours straight. The car never
Thanks. Just try to keep me concentrated.
damage, but
Just keep talking to me every once in a while.
Alright.
I felt effects. I was in bed for the next day or so. So really, to be doing what he's doing right now, hats off to you, mate. And wow, that's a challenge for driver of the race and what that we can give out at the end of this one.
The next guy in front
That's when I
of you.
lose.
Next guy in front of you is
What?
the guy you're coming up to is too high.
Overall,
JP.
Yep.
I gotta pass him.
Oh, you will. He's
Very
only
good
9 seconds.
racing, and it's still got
I'm gonna wreck
half
him.
an hour left to go, Ryan. Would you believe it?
Yeah, it's
Dude, my stupid headphone keeps shutting off. Ridiculous.
there's a lifetime still to go in this race.
It's like you don't want me to talk. It's fine until I start talking and then it shuts off.
Indeed, but everyone spread out on the racetrack. There's not really anything going on between two teams battling for the same.
I know
cars.
he'll move over for
Check
me.
out the Monster Energy Endurance guys.
Oh, yeah.
276 car. They've managed to recover from that spin in the third hour.
Because he's a good guy.
Werpo Moto.
Yeah, he understands that there's no point in racing the guys out of your class.
Very nice little name. He's closing down in on the back of the Monster Energy car. He's still about 10 seconds away, so I mean, don't really think there's going to be any change there for the top 5 within the GT class, the 4 GT class that is. GT Romania, they seem to be hands on that final podium spot as well, don't they, Ryan?
Yeah, it looks like they've got the podium in the bag. If they keep out of trouble,
Head up through there, big girl.
hopefully they can
Roger.
get in for a top 3 finish in class.
Top 3 finish? Top 5 finish, right?
Yeah,
There's
top
not
5
five,
finish, sorry.
There's not 5 podium steps. Is there where are you living in Scotland?
This race by guy's kind of funny.
Maybe we can create an extra step for him and you can go join us.
Yeah, but
Why do you say that?
Shall we?
I was just, they're just discussing podium finishes and
But no,
one of them said, I don't know, it's hard to say, just like top 5 and they were like banging on each other. That's not a podium, you idiot. Where are you from, Scotland? Or something.
Romanians on the iRacing.
They're just bagging on each other, dude.
I mean,
It's funny.
we've got a couple in this race, so it is nice to see different people from Eastern Europe joining us for these events.
Yeah, it's good.
Still there.
It's good to see other countries
Clear.
entering the series. I mean, it makes a change from the usual entries from
See, that's how you're supposed to do.
Head up through there, big
I know, right?
Germany, Spain, Britain.
We need to like record that and put that on the site or the forum.
Yeah, it is interesting to see some different.
That was class between me and him.
We've got a couple of people. We've got one from Iberia racing right now. We've got another Central Eastern European. We've got Benelux in there as well. So I mean, all these clubs coming in. We've got Italy, Canada, Diach. When I saw the sign-ups, there was awfully a lot of the Diach drivers, and I mean, Diach drivers you do
Juhad,
really associate with.
he knows how to race, so.
GT racing and endurance GT racing at that as well.
Absolutely. I mean, you see loads of German drivers in sim racing, real life racing. I mean, you see loads of German drivers doing various series. Basically, you see loads of German drivers doing loads of GT.
And then you got guys like that don't know how to let you pass.
Just any series at all.
Yeah, well, watch this. If I get a chance,
Any series, the Germans and the
Oh, you know he's slower in the braking zones.
Love it.
One on the right side.
Straight
Keep going, keep going. Clear
him.
him.
Again, trying to find a single battle to watch.
That was a dick move.
Well, if you're going to be a dick, I'm going to pull moves like that. I told him I was making moves I wasn't supposed to.
Watching on now, and I see that Tim Cossing's for racing back out on the
I told RaceSpot that in the interview.
We've got 3.
That's funny.
I told him I'm being forced to make moves that I know I shouldn't, and I normally wouldn't.
It proves that even if you're like low,
54 laps down.
Case in point.
54 laps down, but you're still going to get back out there.
That's funny.
Get to the finish. It just proves that endurance racing can be
mighty
good
cordial
fun,
today.
It's great fun to take
What's the
part,
gap?
even if you're low down in the field.
I'm about to cross.
You should never give up, because anything can happen. And, you know, who knows, you could get a good result.
Yep, I mean, he's even closing in on the back of the Blackadder 69 car in that rough C-spec. So, I mean, really, there's not much to complain about with that car. I mean, they did take that was that car that took that heavy knock into turn number 1, remember, up and over with that BMW into 1. And we had that big wallop straight in moment. And really, they did come out after that. They towed back to the pits, and maybe they've seen that there's only 3 Kias left running in their Class 0 and decided to really go out back on track and gain some laps back.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, looking at
On your right,
the
you're
positions
clear
in
him.
the Kia class, and it looks like they're in, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're in a podium position.
Yeah, they are indeed.
Hey, what's the gap?
Position. I mean, who doesn't want to get a
45 seconds.
in a endurance racing event? We've got a couple of podiums that we'll be having to do after this one, and we'll encourage any drivers or teams watching that do feel free to head and join us into T-Suite after this one, and we can have a few driver interviews and a discussion.
Yeah, it was hard to hear the RaceSpot guys over my car.
Anyone that's watching this, feel free to give us your opinions.
I've got my volume pretty loud, so I don't have any problem hearing those guys. Or anybody on TeamSpeak for that matter.
Twitter at RaceSpot TV. You can also find us on Facebook as well, RaceSpot TV. We'll keep you up to date with all the latest action.
That Porsche slowed me down. I'm a second off my fast time.
That's all good, man.
WCS currently on its winter break, and a lot more to come as well into the new year. But right now,
No, it's not.
still at Suzuka for another half an hour, where it will be
Last car, I'm
down
talking to him now.
to the wire for some of these drivers. Will they be able to make it to the end? Will they not? Will nutrition come into play, or will the factor of fuel? Something we've not mentioned much in this one, Ryan. The pit
Second
stops
thought.
and the fuel strategy. Is it going to be a big part into the end of this race with the last half an hour?
We have plenty of fuel, just so don't worry about that.
I mean, you see some teams maybe trying to...
You got
feel a little
17 laps of fuel.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I reckon you might see some drivers...
And only 32 minutes left. So,
it's been pretty
you're
simple
good.
throughout the whole thing. It's been 3 pit stops. We've had one on the
So
hour
run
mark,
balls
one on
out.
the 2 hour mark, and one on the 3
I can run anywhere you want to. We got plenty of gas.
stops.
On your right.
4 hour race. Pretty simple, pretty normal,
Still
pretty
there.
standard as well.
Clear.
Isn't it? Three pit stops throughout, and I mean,
How'd you like that one?
That's a good pass. Nice outside pass.
Really, it's been straight out. Everyone's done either driver swap each pit stop, or someone's done 2 stints and then another 2 stints, and I mean that's what it's been really throughout every class, and no one's really gone for a fuel strategy of a short
Bust
stint.
this traffic, girl. Good job, man.
I was surprised, and I was expecting to see maybe some teams maybe try and go for an aggressive and short strategy, but most teams...
I'm coming up to lap 4th
have been
place
looking
in
at
class.
Yep.
seem to have gone for the longer strategy, trying to get that field to go a bit longer and just basically try and do as many laps as possible.
Yeah, they've been trying to stretch it as long as possible. And I mean, we've got a big car build up now on the raceway, and that's around the Zebra 3 Ford GT car. We've got a pack in front and a pack behind. We've got 3 roughs there, all racing it hard. Are they racing for position? Yes, they are.
Oh, careful.
That will be Marcel
Earl,
Unger in the
guide him
online
through
sim
there,
racing C3 car is racing for position with the Blackadder Motorsports 69 car, but however, the sim racing Eki car is currently sitting in the 4th spot in
That was a
car,
slow
so
one.
we've got a couple of guys.
Yeah, but at least you didn't wreck, dude. That was that 130R could have been bad.
Daniel Bodner car, Eagle Co. Currently leading the 4GC, sitting there behind him. Also TNT Racing.com, team number 3, sitting there behind that Echo and Co. racing car.
My tires have given up.
In the KBR Sim Racing Phoenix.
Yeah, no reason to push it, man. Just
got a real big pack
back off, let them cool off some. They probably just need to rest. You've been driving pretty hard.
Last half an hour, a big pack on the raceway.
Especially when you don't have force feedback now, so you can't really feel them.
Yeah, it's not,
Right
it's
side.
not a good thing at all. I mean, this is
Still there.
Good pass.
Clear.
could happen, especially in the later stages of this race.
Move out of my way. Stupid little Kia.
There could be issues.
Yeah, it could be devastating, especially when you've got a quicker car like BMW trying to get the way through the field.
Yeah, pretty much this whole stint I've had no force feedback.
Fighting for top 3 in their class.
What kind of wheel you got again? Thrustmaster?
He doesn't want to get held up.
Yeah, it's a T500.
What they're trying to do is a BMW.
Wow.
I run pretty high force feedback.
Right out onto the grass. Very good car control from him to be able to hold that. Before GT goes around as well.
It kicks in and out.
Train right now as they come down into turn number 12.
My little G27 ain't that good, but at least it's consistent. It always sucks the same amount.
Yeah, I ended up having to replace it like 5 or 6 times through warranty.
I'm sure that
That's crazy.
Finally bought this one from Charlie.
Now officially 30 minutes left on the play clock. Ooh, this is a big one actually there. I hear that. That's a
Oh man, I got excited for a second there. I saw a BMW wrecked, but it wasn't. It wasn't the right one.
That's that big pack I was talking about, Ryan.
They know you're coming.
Want that to happen. It won't actually.
Let me see what's in front of you. There's a big pack of cars somewhere here on the track.
I'm working up here.
PK racing car got into the back of the KPR Sim Racing Team Phoenix.
Yeah, you got a gaggle of cars coming, so just be mindful. That peak 4 GT you're coming up to would not be very friendly letting you pass. Yeah. Every time I passed him, dude, it's been a pain in the ass to get around.
Yeah, I think that could possibly affect the handling. So I think from now on, if I was him, I would just cruise around and get to the finish.
Right side.
That was sportsman of him.
It's been mighty cordial today. Clear, clear, clear.
Well, absolutely. I mean, if I was him right now, I would just get to the finish and just take the podium. It doesn't matter where you finish on the podium, but just cruise around.
Man, there is a
pack. Happy that you're on the podium and take it.
Just don't be too aggressive on that forward, man. That thing's a tank compared to our BMW. You don't want to hit it.
I'll pit maneuver him.
And the Blackadder Motorsports 169.
Those lappers out of the way, Earl.
And
4.
The first
On your right, go there. Clear him.
Through, that's the Spanish caddy Aholic's team. And that's sort of broken this battle up now, Walker. This is the battle we are looking forward to. Something actually on the racetrack. And I mean, now it's
He knows you're coming.
sort of stopped.
On your right.
Yeah, I mean, that was just...
Clear.
As I predicted, there was going to be issues and... like you said,
Working on them in front of you. On your right. Clear, clear, clear.
It did just happen.
Careful, man.
It's going to come into play now with the last 30 minutes of the race. There's 27 minutes and 10 seconds left on the play clock in this one. It's going to happen. I mean, you're going to get the drivers trying to pass these Russians and the Kias.
Good pass, dude.
Fuck him.
It's going to happen. Whatever
I'm not taking any prisoner on passes tonight.
They're not going to go on and
I can tell.
that's what happens when you have a
Move out of my way or get rid.
is track position. You lose a lot of it when moving wide, and I mean you can see that in an example on Denny Lock in the 160.
Right side.
Look how much ground he's lost.
You're clear.
On Marcel Unger in the number 991 car. I mean that's very unfortunate for him, but I'm sure it will happen, and that battle will happen on track very soon. But sorry, Ryan, go on.
Yeah, I was just going to say it looks like any look.
Although I think that pass on that Ford did heat my tires up.
You think?
Does look
That's what happens when you slam on the brakes and light them up.
if the KPR Sim Racing Team Phoenix cars recovered.
I wasn't going to get stuck behind them.
Just looking at them, we've got a few cars in the pits right now. We've got
Well, I'll give you that. You didn't get stuck.
in the pits, we've got the KPR Sim Racing Team Phoenix car who took that nudge earlier on. We've got the Eagle Co team in there. They've actually
That makes the highlight reel.
swapped them. Frederick Astalos has come back into the car. We've still got the VLN
Yep.
Racing Team 2 car in there. And also Justin Reblo's in there, in the rough. So that's going to be his third place. They've gone from leading the class in the first hour. They've now then dropped back into second, and now they're back, all the way back to fourth. And it looks like he's actually taken a spin. I mean, we'll try and get the camera on that, because looking at his car, if we can get a rear angle view from that, he's got damage on that car, and that damage is big. I mean, you try and just get a look at that. Seems to have got a bit of crab on that as well, unless that's just a wheel problem.
And he wanted to turn in too.
But he can't bring that back
Yeah.
onto the racetrack, surely not.
He's like,
I
oh
think that's
wait,
gonna be
a
the
car.
end of their day today, and Acme Racing Team
Car on the
will
right.
retire from this event.
Oh, you better know.
He knows you're coming.
Cats in the pits for the Karcher Racing Team. That is the Kia Optima leader. M&J.
All right, man. You got
All right, you're
25 minutes left.
I mean, they were a lap down to that team, so are Karcher just trying to take a little well-needed rest? No, they're not. They're now
On
coming
your right.
back out. As GT Romania.
All clear, my man.
Yep, but just it looked like for a second there they were taking a rest, but that doesn't appear to be the case.
Get
Doesn't
shit.
seem to be the case at all. And I mean, we've just had a
I can't fault him for that, dude. He just came out the pits.
YouTube saying, what game is this? I mean, it's iRacing. It's the most virtual simulator about to date.
Yeah,
If
but
you want to
come
find
on.
it, go over to www.iracing.com. There's a 3-month free membership you can currently get with iRacing.
There are slower traffic. You make it a little easier on the leaders when you're laps down.
Yeah, they don't understand that, man. A lot of these guys, I think, are really young, like racers wise.
I have to say, the competition has been mighty cordial today.
Like 5.
Well, I mean, just like inexperienced. I don't think they have much experience racing.
Pit road, that rough of Acme Racing Team still sitting there, Ryan. Don't think it's going to be their
Yeah,
day now,
I'm
is it?
backing it off a little bit.
Yeah, there's no reason to over push it, man. I mean, we're a second. We're gonna be in second. All you can do is lose stuff. You're not gonna gain anything.
Well, it's like bad luck has struck them.
Only way we're gonna catch them is if they have problems, and it doesn't matter if you back it off or run balls to the wall. You're gonna catch them if they have problems. So might as well just be safe.
I'm still not going to give anything.
It seems like James Wyckoff has also
Left side.
decided just to take an easy step now.
Still
He's,
there.
Stepped off the gas.
Clear.
And started just strolling that car home as now there's only just 22 minutes left on the play clock in this race, so
That's funny. They just said that on the race spot,
not make a mistake in this one. Just 3
saying
cars
you backed it down and just trying to bring her home.
That's the Velomax Racing Team, current race leader. TNT Racing Team number 1. And Warren
Then watch, they're going to be like, what the hell did he just make that kind of pass for?
in that Cadillac. I really would have thought the 4 GTs would have been ahead of them Cadillacs. However, we have been proven wrong.
Yeah, that's. I'm still shocked to see a Cadillac up in like the top 10 overall. I mean, I just never expected that. I mean, I thought the 4 GTs would have been ahead of them, but I guess around this track, the Cadillac just seems to be the better car than the 4 GT.
Sort of suits it, doesn't it? It's not one of the quickest.
I'm sure as hell not going to let anybody pass me.
Nobody's gonna pass you. You don't have to worry about that.
Around this sort of track, that's what
No,
we
I mean lap
need, the
cars.
acceleration.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that either.
Than what Ford
I'm not
GT
backing it down that far.
Yeah, I mean, the Cadillac out of the corners, it just seems to have a better launch, that better it takes a wee bit longer to get that exit out of the corners, and it's about the...
You get about 20 minutes of driving left too, by the way.
So, but I think at different tracks, as the series goes on, you'll see that you'll see differences in the cars at different tracks.
Yeah, and that's all going to play out on the championship, isn't it? The championship points will be able to be found after this event. I mean, we may try bringing them to you if the event organizer has them straight away. However, if not, you can find them on the iRacing forums under the thread. I'd like to know who is at the top of the championship and who is at the bottom of the championship. But generally, overall, Ryan, this race has been incredible as we now starting to come into the last 20 minutes of the event. It's been a hard one. It's been grueling for some drivers, especially Henry Rob. Oh no, as I mentioned it, he's got it off. He's into the wall and he's blown the engine up. Oh, I'm so sorry, Henry. I feel like that's curse of the commentator. All that action. Oh no, that's so. I feel so horrible.
So wonder if they'll interview us together.
What's that?
Oh, I feel that's the curse.
Wonder if they'll interview us together.
I think so. I think they're going. Yeah, I think they're going to interview the top teams.
Together?
I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out. I think so, though.
Oh, he was doing an absolutely phenomenal job, but it seems that you jinxed him, Jake.
I know, I see.
Just bring it home, man. About 19 minutes left.
Curse of the commentator.
But that's so fun! Driving it hard!
No, bring it home, man. Bring it home.
But, oh well,
bring it with 3 fenders left on it. I already took one of them off.
But I want to damage a fender. Here, straight into the wall.
No, don't do that.
Today, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. Nutrition did play its part, and he will be out of this one, I'm afraid. However, back out front, Velamax Racing Team have crossed the line to complete lap 106. We now move on to 107. I reckon we're going to get in about 115 laps, maybe, Ryan?
Quite possibly, Jake, quite possibly.
Quite possibly indeed. The TNT racing car, though, still sitting in second, 51.606 behind the Velamax Racing Team. And I mean, it's been one of them days for TNT Racing, isn't it? It's been a tale of 2 stories. David Williams into that car. He done an incredible job from the start. Pulled off some great passes, some great moves, real good pace as well. And now he handed over to his teammate. Unfortunately, they had a penalty given to them in the pit lane, and that unfortunately has dropped them back 50 seconds to really, they've not had any comeback really to that penalty, have they?
Yeah, it just seems that Romero's been, since he's done the driver swaps, Romero's just done what he's needed to be done. He's done the job. He's stretched that lead. He's done consistent lap times. He's not been as quick as Lopez, but he's been lapping consistently and keeping it on the track and increasing that lead lap by lap. And it just seems that James is, just doesn't seem to have the answer to his pace.
No, he doesn't have the answer to the pace. No, he doesn't. There's only 2 cars now left onto the lead lap after the Wario Kart Double Dash took an exit to the wall. He's not been able to get that car going again either after the blown engine. Coming back out onto track now though is Justin Reblow in the Acme Racing Team car. Number 888. They took an early spin into the wall.
We're the only other car on the lead lap.
That happened in the last half an hour of the race, and they actually dropped back from leading the race early on, now into P5 within their P6 within their class. Sorry, so outside of the top 5 spots, Ryan. That's got to be heartbreaking.
Telling me too.
Yeah, it's just they were having such a great race.
Oh, you see what Scott said?
Top 2 for most of the race,
yeah.
And then to have that happen to them, it's just.
We had plenty of people try to wreck us.
Well, it is a kick in.
Hey, you should tell him to watch the replay of me and you, the passes we've been making.
With some great racing as well. And now just 15 minutes left on the play clock in this one for drivers to try and get somewhere for them. I mean, it's been great overall, hasn't it, Ryan? Can't complain about anything.
I bet some of these guys are having to change their pants.
Indeed. And some of the action.
Know you're on the way.
Okay, can you please not chat on written chat on the TNT channel? Thanks.
There's been close racing, there's been hard racing,
They can see that?
I guess.
That's a mistake.
There's been some incidents, but it's sort of what you expect in multi-class racing. There's always bound to be little accidents, maybe cars getting caught up and just basically little incidents or racing incidents. So, but from what I've seen, the racing's been good. There's not been anything bad.
Right side.
So, the next round
Still
should
there.
be awesome. It should be
Clear.
close racing yet again.
Should be close racing in
15 minutes. Oh, actually 14 minutes left, James.
Now, we've got a
Oh, he's behind me now.
for the Cadillacs. Online sim racing got the C2B. Will lead that class now after the Wario Kart Double Dash came a goner to the wall. Spanish Caddy-aholics team.
Oh, that's the TV channel?
And Wario Kart will still sit.
What's that?
But they'll finish there. I don't
That they
know.
could see the chat on?
PC Sim Racing are
No, no.
going, as well as Sim
No, that's,
Racing
that was Rails.
team. So
I guess we're distracting Rails.
play for Ryan if they have
Oh, they're still on the
little bit of
TNT?
action
Yeah.
happening towards the end of this one with 15 minutes
Well,
left
tell them to get off the
Anything
TNT and
can
go to their
happen in the
team.
15 minutes. We'll work on that, as we've
Nah, I
just
ain't worried about it.
seen Mario Kart Double Dash. Henry Gobb, unfortunately, take
I just show them how make sure they got it set up to do that later.
and into
I'm not gonna distract them while they're trying to race.
anything can happen.
They're doing pretty good
I
right
think
now.
most of these places now, Ryan, are summed up and
What
they are
position?
set in stone.
Rails is third in class, fourth overall.
Well, it's like in the closing stages of this race, most of the drivers have decided just to cruise around and get to the
The other car, I
What,
don't know where it is. Let me
what do you
find
mean
it.
third in class, fourth overall?
Some of them.
There's a caddy in front of him.
After this long 4-hour race, some of them probably
Ah.
raced into Sunday.
Man, I cannot catch this caddy.
However,
Well, I haven't really been trying either.
I keep mentioning
Don't worry about it, dude.
racing that,
Just make your laps.
not many battles on the field though, going on still.
Like I said, nothing to gain, man.
Everyone
Just
separated
bring it
out,
home. That's all you gotta do.
and,
Nothing to gain, nothing to lose.
seems to be to the end now. One thing I'm noticing though, Black Adam Motorsport 67.
Well, yeah, there's all to lose.
uh,
Second
they can
place,
get their pace
the
up
first loser.
and get some points, and they may be able to close on the Acme Racing team, who still have that right rear cam belt.
And being laughed at.
Right rear damage, however, I think they are over 50 seconds ahead.
Well, as long as you don't wreck, you won't be laughed at.
If they can.
If you wreck, I will laugh at you forever.
Yeah, that would take a miracle.
I'll send you a recording of me laughing
To catch
on repeat.
I can't see that happening with the amount of time left in this race. If the only thing, well, the only way they could catch him is possibly by them making a mistake. But honestly, at this stage of the race, I don't think that's going to happen.
No, I don't think it is going to happen at all. It is going to be pretty much set in stone for all these drivers. Cardia Racing having a really good comeback for Alexander Pratchett. He's
Oh,
had a
kind of
really
like what I
good
should do to
comeback.
you.
They took an early spin. We spoke to his teammate Lucas earlier on in the race, and he said that they took an early spin, had to drop to the back.
Hey, I was leading when I gave you the car.
Never seen so many cars in their life apparently on the track.
But you still crashed.
I mean, to come
And
back
still
all the
leading.
way from the back, all the way back up into 5th overall
Mhm.
and 4th in their
But
class
you still
is,
crashed.
something to really, really be proud of. Not many people would be able to do that. I know we've had a few cars fall out due to nutrition. We've had about 12 or 13 cars now out of this one.
Somebody's
But, I
calling
mean,
you.
some incredible driving from them and some
Yeah.
really, really quick lap times set by all the guys on that team.
Yeah, I mean, I've been keeping an eye on their lap times most of the race, and they've not been the quickest team out there. I mean, they've been quick, but not super quick, but just enough to is to get back through the field, and it seems to be paying off. And I have to say that if they
Oh
get
man.
to the end of the race and finish where they are, they deserve to. They deserve to.
Yep, they do deserve to get to the end indeed, and I'm really looking through.
I don't know what's up with my headset resetting like constantly now. This is ridiculous.
Everything seems to be quite smooth, quite calm. There doesn't seem to be anyone trying that last 10-minute mad rush, is there?
Yeah, I think this will be it. Every team, every team or some of the teams and some of the drivers are probably just to decide to basically lay back and just relax and just drive out and get to
Put
the
up, my
checkered
man.
flag.
Tell him you're on the way.
I think that's always the main aim, or that's always the aim in multi-class racing.
6 laps of fuel left and 10 minutes to drive, so you got plenty of fuel to make it. No worries.
Not have any problems.
Yeah, get to the finish and have no problems. And I've just been informed by a cameraman that he's still watching the battle between the 169 and the 991. Because he's told me that it's the only realistic battle that's going to happen on the track. So, if we haven't been switching cars, we can play the cameraman. You're going to be feel free to give him any news you like. And he's just said 3 seconds and the gap's going down or up, one of them two. But I mean, it's been an incredible 4-hour race. Some very, very hard racing. And,
It's pretty awesome how these cars get dirty, actually.
Well, now just 10 minutes to go, Ryan. Can
They're
you
really
pick out a team really that stood out?
A team that stood out. I mean,
How dirty is
as a, I still go by my my prediction, or yeah,
Hang on a second.
my main team and driver of the day has got to be IE Motorsports in the rough class. I mean, they've just done a phenomenal job. I mean, they've not been the quickest.
It's extremely dirty, like the whole car. The rear fenders are even dirty. Whole front of the hood. It's really dirty.
Done a good job as well, and just lapping consistently and driving round. I mean,
Hey,
it's
after the race,
paying
I'm gonna
off,
do a
and
big
they
burnout.
deserve this result.
Why?
Deserve the result indeed, and I mean we're
We're
probably
gonna
still
win.
Why
focusing
not?
on this battle
Second
because
place.
our cameraman doesn't want to come off it, and he's telling me it's now down to 2.1 seconds on the raceway, which I can see myself. However, with only 8 minutes left, I don't really think anything.
'Cause I'm proud of
deteriorate in this
second.
battle. Do you, Ryan?
All right then. Light him up,
I
man.
don't think so, but this gap is starting to decrease, and I'm just looking at the online simracing.d car and looking back at the Blackadder Motorsports car. This is going to be an awesome battle to watch.
Well, I've found a better battle to be watching on the racetrack, and it is actually for second in class. It is between the Sim Racing Eki 2, Matthias Runa, and Zebra 3, Benjamin Triflander is in that car. They are 0.3 seconds separating these two on the racetrack, and it's going to go down to the end. This is looking like an incredible bit of action, and I'm going to get very excited because it's the only bit of action battling that we've had in the last couple of laps, really. A couple of, should we say, half an hour maybe, as they come down into turn number 15. Will he look to the inside? Not this time by. Will we see another move like what David made into turn number 16? Don't think he's going to be able to get there and be close enough, is he, Ryan?
Oof, that's going to be close. I don't know what's going to happen, but they just need to be careful in the
Everybody knows by now I'm gonna make stupid
both
ass
sitting in
moves.
a good position at the moment, and
Yeah, it might be planning for it.
one wrong move and it could be a good result over for them.
Yeah, they're both sitting in that very good position, as you say, second and third, real good points, as we actually see a move up the inside there as Runa tries to get it done. He's not going to be able to hold it to the outside through turn number 2. However, he will tuck back in. He will have the draft down into turn number 4 and 5. He's not going to be able to get it done there. He seems to be just holding out. He maybe have the better car, actually, Ryan.
Yeah, it looks like he's got the better car at the moment, and possibly he's a wee bit quicker as well. Then he's just wanting to try and get by. But if I was him, I would just be careful and just don't try any risks. If you can't get by, just just take it easy.
Don't dive bomb is what you're trying to say, isn't it? Don't dive into a hairpin or into the chicane, because we know what diving does do. It does ruin races, and it will ruin your own race as well. As the gap seems to be staying like this. He can't seem to get there anymore unless he's sort of given up for the time being and starting to back off a bit. It does look like that is what he's trying to do. Just back off for the time being, leave it be, and then give it the beans in the last 5 laps. Last 5 minutes, sorry, which is what we are now starting to come up to now. There is just 5 minutes 46 remaining on the play clock, and it's going to be a down to these two drivers, who will come home in second for the Ford
How'd
GT.
you like that one?
However, still in the way, VLN
Nice
Racing
pass, man.
team has done an incredible job in this second half of the race. Not put a foot wrong, have they, Ryan?
They've not put a foot wrong at all. They've done an absolutely brilliant job for this race. They've done.
Well, he just stepped on his brakes.
They basically just kept out of trouble, and it's paying off.
Yeah, it is starting to pay off for them indeed. They'll take home the maximum points if they can get it back to the end of the race. As we now got Zebra 3 and Sim Racing Eki side by side, has managed to get that move done through there.
I was right behind him, and he just stepped on his brakes.
Turn number 2. Will
I don't doubt
Truffler be
it, man.
able to get anything back? Will he have any questions to give? It doesn't look like he's going to be able to get anything done there. It seems like he hasn't got as strong a car as what Rayner does actually have in the Sim Racing Eki 2 car. So I mean, traffic could come into play now though, Ryan. It could be a big part of this race towards the end for any driver really, and for any team.
Yeah, there's traffic on
Oh,
for
how
these
long
guys,
now?
So
3 minutes and 40
over?
seconds.
If one wrong move, and
I'm guessing
it
if I had to
could be
guess,
over
you
for
got 2
these
more
guys.
laps, maybe 3.
Yeah, indeed, it could be over for these guys if anyone makes one wrong move, and it looks like he's going to try and go
I
around the
think my
outside
tires
of the
are
rough.
done.
That's not going to be a good decision, as he's actually going to go side
don't
by
overdrive
side
it,
now
man. You got-
with Truffner as they come up through
You
turn
got
number
it.
5. Is there contact nearly made contact there? That wasn't a good idea to go round the outside of a rough, not in such a slow hairpin like that, as I've come down now into turn number 13. It will be one of the slower bends up through 14 now, onto the back straight away, and then we'll come down into turn number 15 before coming into Castro Triangle again. But here we go again. Runa has it all to do within the final 5 minutes, and to make it even worse, they've got their class leader
And in
coming
the
up
wall
behind
we
them, Eagle
go.
Co, and
And
that's
in
currently
the wall
driven
we
by
go.
Frenek Astralos in that number 55
Hush.
car. So I mean, these two guys need to get their foot down. If not, they could find themselves another lap
I
down
hold
to
a
their class
Dario, and
leader.
in the wall we go.
But
So
checking
you're gonna
back
jinx
in
yourself, put it in
with
the wall
that
for real.
battle we had going on earlier on with the 991 and the 169. Guess what? It's still not developed into a battle. It still sits at 2.6 seconds on the racetrack, so we'll go back to the number 9 and the number 3 battling on the racetrack, as there is just now officially 2 minutes remaining in this event. 2 minutes remaining. We need to keep an eye on when our leader will pass the race start finish line, and when the white flag will come down for himself.
It has to be close on
We've
gas,
lost Ryan
actually.
again, have we?
I'm here.
No, we have still got you. As we go on board with the number 9
Should
now,
I back it down?
to see how
Nah, you good.
hard
You got
he
2.3
will
laps.
attack and how hard
Your next lap's going to be your
does
final lap, so
try
not
to
this
get
lap, but the
by.
one
I mean,
after. So you're good.
doesn't seem to be close enough right now, does he, Ryan?
Yeah, it just seems to be
2
that,
laps to go, man.
Truth Landaya, so I apologise if it's if I pronounced that wrong.
Car is a lap
Yeah, it just
down
seems
ahead
he's
of it.
got that little bit more in the corners, but
Man, I calculated that fuel like perfectly.
Number 9 seems to be able to make it up in the corners.
You're not going to have enough gas to do to burn out by the time the race is over.
Yeah, they do. And coming up behind.
If I
Eagle
run out,
Co,
I'm gonna
and
be
that's,
pissed.
No, you're not going to run out.
Astalos in that
You're going to be like
car,
right on it.
Number 55 is the class leader. I mean, he doesn't really want to get caught up in 2 of his classmates trying to have a battle on the track. I mean, it's like being at school, isn't it? Your classmates having a fight and you don't want to get caught in it.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're the class leader, or if I was the class
the
leader,
heck's going on?
I
A lot of
would
people,
hang him back.
a lot of people's
he's got a big gap
throughput
behind
is
him. He's
falling.
got
I hope
nothing to
ours
lose.
doesn't.
It's best to hang back and just.
I will be pissed.
Let these guys
3 people
fight
or
out,
4,
because
5 people
he's ahead
throughput
of
has
them.
failed
He's got, like, a
failed in the last like
he's
10
a 2-lap
seconds.
gap to them, I think, or 1
Yeah,
lap
I've
gap.
seen that.
Earl, get him the fuck out
So
of the
he's just
way.
best
Another
to hang
one.
back,
Alright.
really, but you can see
The hell?
he's a bit feisty. Yeah, he is a bit feisty indeed, and I think we're going to get
Right
one
side.
more
Go
lap
there.
out of this race. The play clock is currently sitting on 56 seconds, and our race leader is currently now making his way through turn number 15. So
Guy's on the racing line and starts tapping his brakes
Yep,
as I'm coming up.
One more lap to run.
One more lap
First
to
lap
run
out of the
in
way.
this
Alright, man, one more
4-hour
lap.
race for Velomex Racing
Second lap.
Team.
Clear if
They've
needed.
done everything they possibly
The
can.
hell?
They've done the best of the best. Let's just head
What's
back
up?
to the action though with the number 3 and the number 9, Zebra 3 and Sim Racing Eki Racing.
Guy's just
it
entering
looks as number
130,
9 trying to make a move
and
to
he's
the inside.
slow.
Runa doesn't manage to get that done there. It looks
Oh.
like it's going to be a tight one for these two.
That guy
However,
that, you know,
not looking
said,
close
"Oh,
enough to
thanks
make
for
a
hitting
move.
me."
They've still got one
Yeah.
more lap to go after this though. It will
Lap
be
cars in
one
front of
more
you.
lap for these two next time by. The play clock has officially now run out. This will officially be the last lap for the Velox Racing Team, Velomax Racing Team, my apologies, as he makes his way through.
and if this
the
caddy behind me
final
says anything
couple of
about
turns,
me
really
holding
comes
them up,
through
No, he
turn
don't
number
have
9.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'll be
Comes
like, you
through
were
10.
laps down,
Through 11 and then 12
and
into
you didn't
13,
even
14,
challenge me for the
and
spot,
then
so don't
he
even
will
say
come round
anything.
that final set
You don't have to worry about that,
turns.
man. The
That's
guy in
when
front of
he
him is
will be
third place
crowned
caddy.
victorious.
Our guy in front of you is the 3rd place caddy. He's the
in
2nd place
one
caddy.
of
He's
the
almost a
hardest
lap ahead of
and
that guy.
most grueling
I don't think he cares.
races I've watched in a long, long time. It's had its ups, it's had its downs. Every driver has had
Oh, look.
their fair share of incidents in this
Yeah,
event.
there's Hugo or Scott won.
Jake got top, second and third place in the 4GT.
That's rails, huh?
Rails.
Still going at it into the final corner.
We'll have to see who does come back out in victorious position after we just watched our race
Left
leader
side.
overall come
Clear,
up
clear,
the back
clear.
straight away. He'll come down into turn number 15 for the final time, and then into Castro Triangle for the final time in this race, 4 hours long. Him and his teammate are going to be successful here today. They have done 4 hours of grueling and treacherous racing around one of the hardest tracks to race. He will make his way around the final turn. He will be victorious today in Japan. It will be Velomax Racing Team taking the checkered flag at Suzuka International Speedway. We'll just keep an eye on now who will come home in the rest of your classes. We'll see who will come home in your class lead for the Cadillac, as it looks like it's going to be on Ryan Sim Racing.D, VLN
Alright, man, good job,
C2B.
2nd place, not bad at all.
Cross the line there, he passed the
Good run
line in your first place.
You don't have enough gas. You got
Looks like the
0.1
Racing team,
lap of fuel.
they will win the Kia Optima class. Let's look out for this battle though. For the 2nd place, it looks like
Okay, I'm gonna get where
the
it's kind
Sim
of
Racing
safe.
Eki 2 have managed to get themselves by
I don't think you have
Zebra
enough gas,
3.
dude,
Will
no.
Zebra 3 have anything to answer back? These two
No, I'm running
will
out right
have
now.
the finish this time
Yeah,
by
we got
as
0
well.
now. Just hit
And
0.
their class leader will ironically finish behind them, but a lap up on both of them. They come down now into the final set of turns, Ryan. Who's at your call? And it goes very, very wide. Zebra 3.
I'm gonna
manages
cut
to
the course
lose
right
out
here.
there on the final stages of that one. I think we've just had confirmation as
Up
well of
on-
our rough C-Spec
I'm gonna
class
cut
leader.
the
Yeah,
course.
he's crossed the line as well. So that is actually
And you go into
our
pits
rough
right from
C-Spec
there.
leader didn't cross the line.
Give it a
Torque
roll.
Freak Racing will take the win in the rough C-Spec class, Ryan. That is some last-minute controversy, shall we say?
Yeah.
Wow, incredible. Unfortunate for IE Motorsport.
The
We'll
car's
keep an eye
not
on this
even
battle
running.
again. It looks like Zebra 3 are not going to be able to do it. No, they're
Somebody's
not.
probably
Sim
gonna
Racing Eki will
say
make their
so.
way around the final turn. However, it's all eyes on the guy behind him.
Yeah,
Eagle
you're
Co
on
will
there,
take the
Freddie.
win in the 4GT class
job.
as well.
Oh, they
what a
took the
race we've had.
core.
From all classes,
We were finished and we were out of gas.
that's entered the event. It's been some brilliant racing. We've had some big upsets towards the end of the
I'm
race.
trying to
IE
make my
Motorsports
pit box.
not bringing
There you go,
home
put some
their
gas
class
in it,
win
you go
in
do
the end.
burnout.
And we've had some Kia Optimas not finish
Where's
the
the-
race. We're just going to head to a
we're-
quick
we're all the way at the
break,
end.
and we'll be back with you with pre-race entertainment, results, and also some driver interviews. We'll be back in a couple of minutes' time.
Woohoo!
Yeah, we finished. I'm gonna see if I can
Okay, I'm gonna
watch those last
exit.
7 laps of mine.
I'm gonna exit out of here, save this, and go in the team speak.
We both want an interview.
Yeah, let me save the replay real
That's
quick.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we'll do it in a minute. We'll drag everyone up in a minute once everyone comes in.
I'm gonna catch these last few
Okay.
laps. I gotta see those laps where me and Francisco were racing. Do you have the whole replay, James?
I think so. It says saving I think so. It says saving replay can take a while. Okay. I think it saves the whole thing.
I'll have to come back and look at that later.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be
Man, my hand is cramped.
Interestingly, auto
I'm
racing
sweaty.
faced the same problem in its early days. Whether it was on the back road,
You actually just missed it there. Seems to be doing the race, but early turn 1 sort of incidents. We've actually got a lead change going on. That's the 223 car. Jake Moore in that for the Mikester Racing Motorsports team. He's the David Williams in the 37 TNT Racing. But there's still that number 27. That's Lopez just lurking back in the Velomex Racing car. I mean, has he got the right strategy? Sitting behind and wait to make a pounce when these two make a mistake?
Okay.
I think he's definitely doing the right thing at the moment. He's just hanging back, keeping out of trouble. He's not trying to force the issue.
Not trying to force the issue, no, and we've actually got in the top 6 of the overall race is all BMWs, but then coming back we'll mention again the 55 Eagle Co car. That's Fran Astalos in that Ford GT. He seems to be doing very, very quick lap times at the moment in this car. Last lap was a 2:05.901, and comparing that to the BMWs, he's actually only just a second off of their pace. So I mean, he's a really strong contention for this race to go overall winner maybe, and also for that class win. So he's got a very good start, but we've also got a Cadillac up there as well, which is quite surprising. That's the JCL Sim Racing number 19, and that's Alan Tessier in there. We've seen him.
I'm going to watch that replay at some point.
Yeah, I'm seeing if it pulls up the results.
Alright, time to stop the stream. Let's see. Well, let me pull up the results. Oops.
Velomex Racing?
Yeah.
Whoa. It's pulling up 1, 2, 3, 4 for everybody.
That's weird. So yeah, it's pulling up 3 people. What the heck? Pulled up 4 for everyone. That's weird. Huh, interesting. Well, we did decently at least. Maybe not the result we wanted, but we did alright.
We got 37 points, they got 30. Oh, that's not points.
That's incidents. Yeah, we want to have less of those. Yeah, we didn't do too hot on that.
Yeah, well, if you wouldn't have kept hitting people.
Hey,
And the wall.
Robin's racing.
This isn't NASCAR. I didn't hit anybody.
Alright, well, I'm about to turn my stream off here.